Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I don't know why it's saying over here that the connection's unstable and the bitrate's in the red, considering it doesn't look like there's more than a second delay. And over here it's not saying anything's wrong. Anyways, hello, welcome in. Thank you for being here everyone, I appreciate y'all. I've been sitting here refreshing, trying to figure out why it's saying it's unstable, but it doesn't look like the connection's unstable in the slightest. Hello! How are you guys? Happy Wednesday! Happy this week, because I missed Monday's stream. How are you all doing today? How was your guys' weekend? How was your guys' beginning of the week? Do I have any stories for you guys? Happy Hump Day! I guess I actually do have a couple stories. Did I do anything over the weekend? I don't think so. I took my dog to the vet, which I was talking about how I'd been taking my dog to the vet to socialize her so she would stop getting super anxious. And then on the day of the appointment, we would give her anxiety meds and then bring her there, and hopefully the combination of her being somewhat socialized and being on drugs, they would be able to be the ones to give her her vaccines this year. And that's what happened! This year, the combination of her being socialized and on drugs, the vets were the ones who gave her vaccines this year. Last year I did it because I was the only one who would who she let get close enough to give her vaccines. She still was not happy, but and last year we drugged her too. Like, we did drug her last year, and she still was too anxious to let them close enough to give her the vaccines. For the record, not needle vaccines, like the oral ones, the oral and nose ones. But anyways, regardless, this year, the vets were able to give her the vaccines, and success. Yeah, so that happened on Tuesday. I was feeling sick on Monday, that's why I missed my stream, which I'm actually really bummed about, because on Monday I was supposed to play The Expanse, and I was looking forward to playing The Expanse. I was looking forward to it so much that I was considering playing The Expanse today instead of Skyrim, but also, I am looking forward to fixing my mistake, so I'm still think I'm gonna play Skyrim. Yeah, that's all it is. But they also did a blood draw. They did a blood draw to run some tests, and it was on the hind leg, so she wasn't able to see the needle or anything, but last year, she wouldn't let the vets get close at all. So, like, I think that they were able to listen to her heart last year, but they weren't able to look into her ears, they weren't able to do any shots, they weren't able to do any of the vaccines. They had to switch from, I think they wanted to do a needle vaccine, and they ended up doing a mouth vaccine instead because I would be able to administer that one. So yeah, there was definitely progress made this year. I'm so proud of her. She still was a little bitch about it, but I'm proud of her. I also started, actually, we do this trick where I have her sit and then I put a treat on her nose, and then I tell her to stay and make her balance with the treat on her nose until I say release, and then she's allowed to eat it. She always jerks her head and then flicks it across the room and has to go find it, and struggles to do that, so I'll just have another treat in my hand that I give her instead. I was doing that while in the waiting room, so that when I said sit and stay, while they were, like, listening to her heart and stuff, she would be used to sitting and staying. So I was also doing that, and I think that that's something that I'm gonna work on next year as well, when we're doing this again. But yeah, progress! Yay! What else? Oh, I watched a terrible, god-awful, fucking awful movie over the weekend with, well, it was supposed to be Urkimus and Sammy, but Sammy fell asleep, so she flaked on us. So it's just me and Urkimus watching this god-awful movie, and I watched it expecting it to be bad, but in a funny way, because I like B-rated movies, and it ended up just being bad. Like, I got depressed afterwards because I was so uncomfortable for the entire movie that I was depressed and anxious after we finished it. Feeling good? Heretic, feeling good about what? Progress? We're talking about progress with my dog. I took her to the vet this year. I took her to the vet on Tuesday, and it went, so yesterday. And it went well, yesterday. It went well, which last year wasn't able to do anything. Nothing else is new. That was the wife falling asleep is absolutely foreseeable. 100%. 110%. Yeah. But anyway, has anyone heard of Meet the Hollowheads? I do not recommend you watch it. I want to make that very clear. It is free on YouTube, and I want to make this explicitly clear. I am recommending that everyone does not watch this movie because it was so bad in a bad way. Not bad in a good way. It was bad in a bad way. Bad, like, I enjoy B-rated movies. See, here's what I'm recommending explicitly that no one watches this movie. But I'm also kind of hoping that someone does so that they can talk to me and we can commiserate together about how horrible this movie was. But I want to make it clear, this movie did trigger a mild depression for me. I was mildly depressed and so anxious because of this movie that I couldn't go to sleep for several hours. So, I mean, I'm planning on telling you guys why it was bad before you watch it, if anyone's wanting to know why it was bad. We can even watch I don't even want to watch the trailer. I saw a clip of it. A clip from it on Instagram, and it was just so fucking weird looking that I decided to look up the trailer, which is how I realized it's free on YouTube. I don't know if it's legally free on YouTube, but the entire movie's there. And it was just like all of the comments on the trailer. All of the comments on the trailer were just being like, that I thought that this movie was a fever dream from my youth, so I looked it up and here it is. And I was like, wow, I don't know what's going to happen in this movie based on the trailer. It just looks freaking weird. Like, there's a creepy boss, maybe, and like, there's a lot of weird sci-fi shit and like some quirky characters. Looks weird, looks like it could be entertaining. Kojo? I don't know if you were trying to say something, if you're trying to insult me. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I don't know if you're trying I don't even know if you were trying to be a troll there or not. But tread carefully, please. So, this movie, it takes place at some point. I don't know if it's even takes place on this planet or if it's in the future. This movie was, actually, when was this movie made? Uh... 1989. So it was made in the late 80s. Imperfect Lizard, thank you for redeeming first. Why is it that you will try redeeming first and it only let you do third? There isn't a third. Good thing you can refund points. All 1 point? It's not really an excuse. You've been given a warning. Please don't do that again. Sorry that you were mad. Please don't take it out on me or my community. Yeah. Okay, so it takes place at some point. It was made in it was released in 1989. Very, very low key. Or very, very low budget, clearly. It follows this family, the Hollowheads. They work... I think that this society lives underground or something, and the entire world runs on tubes where, like, the phone is made of tubes, they receive their food through tubes. When you die, your body is taken away in a tube. Thank you for being here. Yeah, there's just, like, and the dad works for United Tubes as a meter reader or something, and he's bringing his boss home for dinner, and so the wife needs to make dinner, and then there are these kids, and I was expecting, just based off the zaniness, there's like tentacles and stuff that are in these tubes. I was thinking like it was maybe a horror or something. It's not. And I was expecting it to just be kind of weird and zany and funny. There was not a single moment throughout the entire... There is not a single moment throughout this entire movie that I thought was funny. Like, there was one line that I thought was kind of funny, but not, like, not for... I just thought that the wording was funny. That I can... But everything else, like, there was not a single moment that felt intentionally or unintentionally funny. It just was, like, uncomfortable. It was either weird and confusing or weird and uncomfortable the entire movie. Axan, hello, welcome in. I'm bitching about a movie that Erkamus and I watched over the weekend that was so incredibly bad that it made me depressed. And I'm warning you guys why not to watch it. It's called Meet the Hollowheads. So, Kojo, I usually spend the first, like, hour chatting. Axan, did you see Meet the Hollowheads? Has anyone here seen Meet the Hollowheads now that I've been talking for a little bit? Sounds good, Mr. Kennedy. Deadly Pizza, thank you for redeeming second. Welcome in.
Time, Pepega.
So here's the thing. And Mr. Kennedy, you might want to listen to this part because you have kids. The main thing, like, I would have been uncomfortable and weird, but the main thing that made this movie go from just, like, this isn't good to this is bad is trigger warning for SA. They, earlier in the movie, so the Hollowheads, they have 3 kids. The oldest is a son, the middle is a daughter, and the youngest is another son. And they didn't need to specify anyone's age. They didn't specify the eldest, they didn't specify the youngest, but the daughter, they specified that what her age was, and it was too young. Like, I was expecting her to be like an older teenager, she was a younger teenager. And she liked flirting with pretty much everyone, so, like, this wasn't entirely unexpected. But at the end of the movie, they make it very, like, she goes to a party and she comes back super fucked up and drunk. and she's brought home by 2 cops, and they make it, they don't explicitly say it, but they make it very clear that she had sex with these 2 cops. And it's just like, why did they specify her age if that was the plan? Like, this is so not okay. And the fact that they act like it, oh my god. Yeah. So, I don't know. The essay made me, that just took it from a level of like, this is very uncomfortable to this is bad. It came out in 1989. I cannot believe a movie like this was conservative propaganda about cops? Oh, ads, yeah. I forgot to run ads during my 10 minutes at the beginning, so there's gonna be ads every 20 minutes. Usually I do the 3 minutes, so I've got an entire hour to chat without worrying about them. But I forgot to do that today. I was sidetracked. Anyways, Mr. Kennedy, if you watch this movie, I will be curious what you think of it. But the dangers of drinking. Well, the thing is, they don't make it seem like the drugs in the drinking is bad. At all. She looks like she's having a great time. It's not acting like the cops sleeping with her is a bad thing. Like, it's just completely brushed over, where at one point, the cop makes a comment about like, oh, she was clearly like, I don't remember the word he used, but it was like, the implication was that when the cops brought her home, like, they should make sure that she's not pregnant. And they're just like, really? Weird. I wonder who that was. And then as they're leaving, he's like, oh, you're really good with kids. You must have some of your own. And he's like, well, normally I pay for them. I mean, and then like, that's it. Just, it's not, they don't act like the drinking or the drugs was bad in any way. They just sort of brush over it. They're like, they act like the kids weren't supposed to do this, and the parents are like, I can't believe you did this. But it wasn't acting like this was dangerous or bad. It just was like, oh, this happened. Archimus is like, yeah. Anyways, like I said, this movie made me depressed and anxious, and I wasn't able to sleep after. See, Archimus agrees with me. It was a bad movie. I do not recommend anyone watch it. I genuinely want that hour and 45 minutes of my life back. And then I would watch anything else. Yeah. It's very rare that I hate something enough that I'm just straight up... Becca Venom, I usually talk with my community for a little bit before I get to the game. 90% of today's movies? Did I describe 90% of today's movies? This movie was so bad. I enjoy most movies, even bad movies I enjoy. I don't think that there's... I'm trying to think of a movie that I hated to the level that I hated this movie, and I can't. I genuinely... Like... The final Twilight movie was pretty bad, but... It didn't make me depressed after. And it was just like... Yeah, it was just super weird. Super weird. Wait, Heretic, did you say you've seen it? god, no, I'm not watching that. But you have eyes and it looks terrible. See, I'm okay with bad movies, but this was a different type of bad. Anyways, that's a thing that happened over the weekend. Another thing that happened, since I've got a couple things, there was the vet appointment, so that was great. I ordered some, since I'm running low on henna stencils, I ordered a temporary tattoo kit online that I thought, like, when I was looking for something, I was looking for a henna tattoo kit. And this isn't henna. I didn't realize that it wasn't henna. It's like, the stencils I can still use. The stencils I think are actually pretty cool and I could still use them, but it came with a red dye and a black dye, and this is what it looks like. I tested one out because I wanted to know if it looked like something that would be good for streaming or not. I have a feeling that it wouldn't be, because it seems like the dye is a little bit runnier, so but it also seems like it dries faster. But I feel like it would be very difficult if someone asks for another tattoo that's on my shoulder. I have a feeling it would run, and yeah. Can I use the stencils and use Sharpies? I mean, I probably could, but why would I? That would be the most temporary. That would be I just wash it off and it's gone. This, however, this is not going anywhere. Yeah. No, this is supposed to last like 2 weeks. Henna usually lasts somewhere between 1 and 2 weeks. But again, like, I just am testing this out to see how it works. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll just use the stencils for henna. It came with a ton of stencils. Yeah. So these are my new stencils. And I think that's the last one. Yeah. There's so many stencils now that I feel like I'm at a point where I could be just taking a picture of all of the stencils and posting them online somewhere, because this is just, it's gonna be very difficult to show them all and have someone pick. When it was just the two, that was one thing. Yeah, but this is the new dye. I'm actually So, yeah, we'll see how long this lasts. And if it lasts a while and it looks good, I might end up asking or ordering more colors, because just black and red is a little limited. I still think it looks cool though, look. It's an umbrella with rain. It's still saying my connection is unstable. There are many truly bad movies. You will not find them among blockbusters because they are carefully culled of any controversial topics. However, if you look at B movies, and especially B movies from the days before PC, this was just... It was so weird and uncomfortable for And like there's another moment where there's the boss hit their kid. Again, trigger warning. The boss hit their kid, the youngest one. And then they still left him alone with the boss multiple times. And it was just like, you guys are bad parents. Yeah, it was just a bad movie. I don't recommend it. Well, thank you for the lurk. I definitely recommend you take care of yourself and get some sleep, Mr. Kennedy. I appreciate you being here. Sweet dreams. Proud of you for sleeping. Do I have anything else to update you guys about? Did I do anything else over the weekend? I don't think so. I finished Hazbin Hotel. I don't even know if I told you guys that I started Hazbin Hotel, but I finished Hazbin Hotel. And I have to say, very good. Very, 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 very good. I would recommend anyone watch it. I like the music. The music has been stuck in my head for like a week and a half straight. Yeah, trying to think. Do I have anything else to update you guys on? I don't think I have anything else to update you guys on. What about you guys? How are y'all doing? How was your weekend? And early week? You've had an open tab with Hazbin Hotel for like 2 weeks. I highly recommend it. The music in it is really good. I very much enjoy it. There's so many moments in it that I want to like take and turn into sound alerts for my stream. Actually, I did take a section from one of them and clipped out. I did take a section from one of the songs and then I clipped it and then I sent it to Urkamus for him to turn it into my walk-on sound. And then he didn't do it, but this is the sound. So this is the sound that I want to play every time I enter Urkamus' stream. Oh wait, let me pause the music. You watched the whole Hazbin series in 2. Did you watch the pilot on YouTube? Yeah, it's so good. The music is so good. Like Loser Baby is a very good song that I think represents my life in some ways. The whole like, you're a loser, baby. It was good, if a bit edgy for edgy's sake. Yeah, that's a complaint that I've seen a couple people make. And I see their point. I still enjoyed it, but I do definitely see... the friend who introduced me to it, well, one of the friends that introduced me to it, there's two, said that since it was marketed to a younger demographic, there is a few moments that's pretty obvious that they make the humor more young adult. And I definitely did see that, but I still enjoyed it. In the bad movie night, there's one bad movie from the 80s with the protagonist and his sister who are obviously having an incestuous relationship, so... Have you seen Old Boy? Oh, yeah, sorry. I mean, that's not exactly what it is. That's another movie I didn't like. I didn't hate it. but I didn't like it. Then again, the person who showed me that movie I didn't like, so. Your take after the first 4 episodes was, I'm pretty sure the whole inspiration for this series was, what if Angel from Rent was a real angel? I'll do a fanfic. I haven't seen Rent, so that did not make much sense to me. Kind of the gut punch of the entire film. I mean, I just thought that I don't even remember too much about it. I remember the end, and I remember talking to the friend that showed it to me and just being kind of like, that was weird and uncomfortable. I remember that one fight scene, which I guess had a record for being the longest fight scene in one take without like it wasn't cut up at all. If I like Husband, I would also probably like Rent, especially if I like crying at movies. I mean, I do have a couple different friends at this point that I watch movies with that like musicals, so I'm sure that I could find someone to watch Rent with me. Ah. Although I did start Hamilton with one of the friends, and then we have not picked it up again, and I know that friend loves Hamilton, so maybe I just don't have the consistency for it. Mr. Kennedy, it was good on Broadway. Are you saying hi because you like musicals? I do have to say that I don't think that I would enjoy seeing musicals live. Like, genuinely. You also like watching Rent? Alright. We will watch Rent at some point then. Because I feel like at this point in my life, I should have seen it already. Because there's so many references to it in media, I feel like. It's kind of interesting that I've got so many friends that like watching musicals right now, because I've never really... I like Disney movies that are musicals, but I've never really been a fan of musicals. Like, I'm straight up not a fan of Les Mis. I didn't like Les Mis. It was just too much singing. Hamilton is okay. I actually haven't watched Glee. I've watched like 1 episode of Glee and never picked it up again. Hey, Mr. Kennedy, I'm telling you not to watch Hollowheads. I mean, I need to watch Rent anyways. I mean, I feel like I've explained why not to watch this movie thoroughly enough that you are the only person in this chat that the takeaway was, oh, I'm gonna watch that movie now. Everyone else is like, no. Absolutely, like, no. That sounds bad. Wait, Infrapink Lizard, did you answer me when I asked if you watched the pilot that's on YouTube? There's a free pilot on YouTube that's from the original show before it was picked up, and it's sort of treated like not an entirely canon, but loosely canon prologue. Oh, I would recommend watching that if you guys liked it, because there's different voice actors for a lot of the characters, because when Amazon recast it, they wanted to make sure that the voice actors could do the speaking and singing lines for their characters versus like having two different people. But it explains how Alistair showed up. And since Alistair brought the maid and two other people, and how it ended up being called the Has-Been Hotel. And it's definitely gives a little bit more backstory for certain characters. I don't know if anyone is weird and obsessive like me, but whenever I watch shows like in particular animated shows like that, I like pausing whenever there's like text on a screen or something. I like pausing and reading what the text is, or there's a couple different news broadcasts that just have like a scrolling text along the bottom as the news text. Weird and obsessive people watching on Twitch? No way! Absolutely not! That doesn't make sense! People don't get obsessed with things on the internet! But the chooser did not choose that. In fact, you did not know the pilot existed before you watched the first 4. Oh, so you did know about it eventually, though. If you guys liked it, there's also, it's not exactly a spin-off. I was watching it with someone who doesn't have the same tenacity for binging shows as me, so I was only able to watch a couple episodes at a time, which meant that I was just sitting there wanting to watch more. So I rewatched all of the episodes and like paused to read all like the scrolling text at the bottom of the broadcast and read all of the text on like whenever characters were texting each other and it showed text but only for a second. I would pause and read all of that stuff and like read things in the background, and it was very entertaining. But I also looked some stuff up, and I watched the pilot and did the same thing for the free pilot. The author, when they made the pilot, there's a lot of characters that are in it that are in the spin-off, which is called Hell of a Boss, which takes place in the same universe of Hell. It follows different characters, and initially it was supposed to be one show, like all of it was going to be Has-Been Hotel, but the author found that the idea of having that many characters and that many subplots in one show would be too much, take too long, and be too overwhelming. So instead he split it into 2 shows. Quinn, hello, welcome in. This is pre-Skyrim. We haven't gotten to Skyrim yet. I always talk for a very long time before I actually get to the game, but I don't like doing just chatting as my category because I get interesting characters when I go to just chatting. So you can I don't show YouTube videos from people that I don't know on my stream, but if you would like to post it in my Discord, or you can whisper it to me and I can watch it on my own time later, that's allowed. But what's the name of the music video? I'm curious. Can't tax people's attention span? Are you talking about Hell of a Boss / Has-Been Hotel, or are you talking about me just chatting under Skyrim's category for an hour in for Pink Lizard? I need to fix my mistake. That's what I gotta do today. I have to fix my mistake and not get those 2 characters killed. Everyone is now only reading young adult books, so complex plots are bad. I mean, I don't think that reading young adult books and watching a show overlap too much. Odds are by the bare naked ladies, no actual bare naked ladies in the video. The MV was made by the OG Rooster Teeth people. That's a band, right? Bare Naked Ladies? Ah, if it's an official music... Quinn, thank you so much. Is Quinn okay, by the way? Am I pronouncing that correctly, or is there something else that you would prefer? And thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. I appreciate you. So if it's an official music video, it's probably gonna be fine to show on stream, right? Although, I don't know if anyone wants to pause and be obsessive for a music video. The way that I did it, I was literally, oh, Quinn, you're not able to post links unless you're a mod, but you can whisper it to me if you'd like. I was take the scrolling text at the bottom of the broadcast. No, it's fine, you didn't know. At the scrolling text at the bottom of the broadcasts for this news broadcast in Has-Been Hotel, I literally transcribed it and sent it to a friend. I haven't done that for the last 2 episodes yet because I haven't had time. But there's one more news broadcast, and I was watching it with my friend who does not have the same patience for being obsessive as I do, and I literally gasped in happiness when I saw that there was another news broadcast for me to read the scrolling text at the bottom. There you go. Oh no. This is a music video? As long as that life is a dinosaur, humans are doomed. Does that mean birds? It's not as cool as in video games. The horror, why am I still typing this? Ah, they're eating my face. Ah. Alright. Thank you for that. That was very good. That was a good addition. It's not like the typical news, true. Yeah, can you guys tell that I've been watching a lot of fan theories of Hazbin Hotel and also just listening to the music kind of obsessively? I've shown the music to so many people because the music has been stuck in my head non-stop since I watched it. I kind of want to read to you guys one of the things that I transcribed. This one's from the pilot, it's the longer one. This way you guys don't have to pause it and transcribe it yourself. I have to scroll to find it. Because it's a little ways up there. So, the premise of this is they're in hell, once a year to keep overpopulation happening and the denizens of hell rising up and trying to invade heaven. They'll send exterminator angels to go down and keep the population of hell down by killing people. And so whenever that happens, there's going to be like, I think that they're called overlords. They're very powerful demons in hell that own certain areas, kind of like mob bosses. So whenever there's an extermination afterwards, there's going to be turf wars as demons try to exorcist. Thank you. As demons try to find or like take over in the midst of the chaos after an extermination. So, breaking news! A large-scale turf war is underway in Pentagram City between Serpentius and Cherry Bomb. The surrounding areas are covered in debris, so please avoid downtown on your commute today. Traffic is hella backed up. Get it? Hell, but with an A at the end? That's a word younger people seem to enjoy using. I don't really like it though. I wrote it because it seemed like the natural kind of pun to make for the situation, but now that I see it in text, I feel like it was a mistake I can't take back, like cheating on my wife. I'm so sorry, Martha. I shouldn't have done it. But you did gain a lot of weight after the baby, and I really needed some space. You know what? No. That was a good call. I banged the cleaning lady, and that was a pretty nice time, even though she laughed at me when I told her that I couldn't get off unless she licked my foot first. I don't see how that was a weird request. Maybe if I'd just gotten a hooker, she would have been more agreeable. The point is, my wife was a fucking bitch. One time we went to the zoo and I got really mad because I thought that the orangutan was making fun of me. He kept doing that stupid duck lip face, the one where their lips get all puckered. Then it started screaming, and that really pissed me off. My wife told me it was just a monkey and to calm down. So, and then the broadcast ends. You're welcome. You're welcome for transcribing that and reading it to you guys, so you guys don't have to pause and read this because the scrolling text is pretty long. Yeah, I think whoever wrote these had a good amount of fun. None of the other broadcasts were nearly as long as that one was. That one was from the pilot that's on YouTube by the original author. The next one is just a bunch of letters as if someone's jamming on a keyboard. Holy shit, the extermination is happening in 6 months. This is not a drill. Confirmed. Legit. Fuck. Letters. We're all dead soon. Why does this always happen to me? And I don't know if there was another one that I transcribed. So yeah, anyways, whoever wrote these, I think had a fun time with that. Quinn, have you seen Hazbin Hotel? It is on Amazon Prime. It is a musical cartoon that is for adults or young. It's got kind of edgy humor, so it's probably marketed to young adults, but I think the music in it is really, really good. Which, as someone who doesn't normally care too much about musicals or music, the music in it is so good. I hate it when extinctions happen. I mean, it's not extinctions. They said that during that one meeting, they said that it was a more intense extermination than usual because 16% of their population was killed. So, extinction implies that I would say, if you're going to say extinction lightly, it's at least 50%. Okay, well, I've gotten more people asking me when I'm starting the game than usual today. Usually it's my usual crowd, just who knows that I just chat for a while. But I've had at least 3 people ask me when I'm starting the game, so I will get to it today. I feel like I've gotten through all of the stuff I usually talk about. Talked about that terrible movie, I talked about taking my dog to the vet and succeeding for the first time. The new tattoo redeem that might be around soon. Am I missing anything? Oh, no, Heretic, it's not over. We're gonna play a game. Y'all always joke that I don't play games in this stream. I totally do. I've not watched it. You have read some comments from it. From description sounds like South Park-ish humor. I haven't watched South Park. I've seen clips of South Park, and I would say that South Park is significantly more crude. And less PC. South Park kind of has a no holds barred humor where they attack everyone equally. I would say that there was no one that was really attacked. There was some raunchy humor. There's a lot of raunchy humor. There's a lot of silly humor. There's a good amount of silly humor as well, I think. Good music, but I would say overall it's like a pretty meaningful plot, where I wouldn't say that there's anything meaningful about the plot of South Park from what I've seen. Since when is this a gaming stream? Oh my gosh, I know, right? It's very sexual, crude. Scatological. I don't know that word. Relating to or characterized by an interest in excrement and excretion. I probably could have guessed that considering it had scat in it. South Park can be very cutting satire, but usually isn't. Rip my Google history. I mean, looking up the definition of a word's not gonna do anything. Trust me, there are worse things in my search history, and also, I don't use Google. I use the word Google because it's basically a adjective. It's adjective, right? It's basically an adjective at this point that you use it as web search instead of web search. But I don't actually use Google. You've watched maybe 10 episodes of South Park in your life. You're thinking irreverent humor, but with an ultimate goal of social commentary. Okay, maybe not commentary, social lampshading. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Using as a verb, I Google. Verb, yes, that's the word. I always get those confused. I get all words except nouns confused. I know what a noun is, but verb, adjective, the other ones don't really. I always forget what those are. It's not that I'm cheating necessarily, but I do look up whenever we play the Madversity, which is the Mad Libs one for Jackbox. I will occasionally pause to like look up what certain words mean, like what a verb is because I don't know what it's asking for me for. I learned all of that in elementary school, and honestly, I don't think I learned it in elementary school. I was bad at school in elementary school. Okay, let me get that up. So, for the people who are here for my last Skyrim stream, I did that one quest, and then I got some NPCs. It was like a death loop for the NPCs that I was trying to save, and then I felt bad because it was my fault, so my last save was right before I started that quest, meaning I had to start the entire quest over, and after trying to save the NPCs by doing different things for like 30 to 40, maybe over an hour, 30 to 40 minutes, maybe over an hour, I decided, okay, I'll just redo the quest next stream. So that's what we're doing. We are going to try and save the NPCs. I was considering not getting that one NPC in trouble, and I still might not. But regardless, I think I know how to save them by just going and killing the troll before we go, before unlocking the people from jail. Anyways, let's go. Oh, should probably turn off the music first, huh? What'd you just do? Why didn't you open? What you doing, bud? Skyrim will not open. Is this just Skyrim? Will my other games also not open? Underrated Critic, hello, welcome in. Well, I might be playing The Expanse after all if... Yep, looks like The Expanse will open, but Skyrim won't. What is with Skyrim always just deciding not to work? I've had so many issues with Skyrim not working. What am I wanting to do? Install, verify the integrity of game files. Hopefully this doesn't make my stream crash, as it does this. It says it's missing the file privileges. Why are you saying that? Why does it always do this? It says it's missing file privileges, but it only ever does this for Skyrim. I think last time it did this, I had to uninstall and reinstall it because the fix for it did not work for other games. What was the thing? It's something in Steam. Steam is not... Last time, so there was one time that it was doing this where it wasn't working, and I needed to do that thing where I like gave... It was in my... Someone posted it in my Discord. And of course I don't remember how to do it because, that would be convenient if I just remembered how to do things. Or was it in my Discord or did... I think a friend may have sent it to me, in which case that might be a problem. Try running an administrator. I think it already does automatically because I have Steam set to run as an administrator. But it doesn't give me that option. There's either open or properties, which would allow it to run it as administrator. Manage access? How long ago did that happen? There isn't more. It's open, print, share, copy link, manage access, view online, version history, always keep on this device, free up space, restore previous versions, send to, cut, copy, create shortcut, delete, rename, and properties. I could set it to always run as administrator, I think. But it's saying that it's missing properties in Steam, which makes me think that it's a Steam issue. Or... what is that thing? I don't remember how long ago it was. I'm choosing this from the desktop. I guess I could look for... Alright, so from start menu. From file location. Alright, so looking at the file location, selecting it from my file, the file location in my, files that from the drive. There's open, print, move to OneDrive, restore previous versions, send, copy, cut, create shortcut, delete, rename, and properties. feel like I've gone way too far back. That was after I opened the file location. That was the options when I click it. No. When I click open file location and then select the file from its file location, those are the options that were given to me. Here it is, I found it. Alright, I'm gonna post this in my streamer section. Alright, it's gonna make me do this from my phone. Okay, fine. I'm still gonna post this in my streamer section. Because that'll make it easier to find from my phone. I mean, if this worked once, it'll be helpful. Sorry. Okay, so streamer talk. Okay, everyone, hold tight while I do this. Thank you for being patient. This is the riveting content you come here for. I am so glad. I'm glad that I'm not disappointing. Alright, let's see if this fixed it. Error occurred applying security information. And yeah, there's definitely some stuff in Skyrim that it's not letting me fix. Intense boss battle against technical difficulties, the bane of all streamers' existence. Okay. Where would this be? I think I just need to uninstall Skyrim, and I won't be able to reinstall it while I'm live because it will make my stream crash. So, we might be playing a different game after all. Yeah, because I think the last time this happened it didn't work either and I needed to just uninstall Skyrim. Which, you know, that's not great, but it is what it is. Wait, what? What? It didn't work for several files within Skyrim, but now Skyrim's opening. Well, okay, cool. You don't need to keep making that noise every time I select something else. What? Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's working. Looks like. My laptop is still telling me my stream is coming across as unstable, but again, it's not looking like that to me. How is the quality, guys? Blue Pirate!
I love you!
Daedric Wolf, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Perfect timing. Blue Pirate, I don't know if I acknowledged your stretch. Thank you for the stretch. That came in an hour ago? Yeah, it looks fine to me too. Which is why I'm confused that it's, saying that it's unstable, even though even after I've refreshed it a couple times. I wonder if it's just my computer struggling. What? No, I didn't. When did I do the subscriber only thing? How do I stop that? Sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Okay, yeah. Hang on, what? You were supposed to take me back to my last save. Not autosave.
Our hero. Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Good call in for Pink Lizard, thank you. $228. Alright, so that is a new save.
You ready yet? I need to get back before I missed. Remember, you won't have anything except what I smuggle in for you. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've gotta go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
gonna run around naked after I do this. Yes, did Mage's College Thieves Guild and the Bard's Quest. I did over 100 hours before I even started the main quest, and then realized that that was a bad call because I wasn't able to unlock dragons and therefore use shouts and stuff. Just gonna Nice! That is a perfect quote number 69. That is perfect. And that's probably enough. There's also... that might be useful as well. I don't know if I can do that on allies, but it seems like it could be useful. Welcome back, Kojo. I was just hoping that I would be strong. And then I ended up being...
It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet
Your job is to
grows.
get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
From the castle, you used to just be able to see Solitude over the mountains. Exactly what I imagined.
Playing Skyrim, Kojo. Yeah, I just wanted to level up my character for bosses, and then I was informed that
Get into the party without being
apparent...
fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Stop being a dick. And then I was told that apparently, the bosses will level up with me.
Your job is to get
Can
into
you
the party
stop?
without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
I wish that I could bring my follower in there. Honestly, that's another cool thing. Is my follower I got from the Dawnguard quest, and she is so much stronger than I am. I just back away and she fights all my enemies for me.
Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened before.
Have you given Malborn the
Hundreds
gear
of
you want?
years.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the...
I mean, I said that I would be running around naked once I gave my clothes to the person. Already there. Goods only, formal attire requested. I have a feeling they will not let me in.
Embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy?
Excuse you, I talked to plenty. Ready to keep the rest of my things safe for me.
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need.
Except for the things that are stuck in my inventory. The last time I basically framed this one girl to make a distraction happen.
Little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, lady. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this godforsaken mountain than any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party. This has a very different ring. There's not enough drinking in the world today. Wouldn't you agree?
Welcome to the Thormore Embassy. Your invitation, please.
Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison daggers.
Alright. Things that will not come out of my inventory.
To my thoughts, it turns out.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome
Guests
back,
are
sir.
advised to remain inside the
Yes, yes. Now, find myself a drink.
I made a whole point of talking to everyone and gathering as much information as possible before I even...
Welcome. I don't believe, and you are.
My name is Ted, pleased to meet you.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the wine, do I have your permission to uncork the
Of
Arinthia
course.
Red?
I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. I'm so glad you could attend today.
You host these parties often?
Quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing news.
It turned off subtitles again. Could see you spared no expense.
Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread. This is
I mean, Alto isn't the most expensive liquor.
that align themselves with Thalmor interests.
What does your position as Thalmor ambassador involve?
One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
I've never quite understood what the Justiciars do.
The Thalmor Justiciars are so often misunderstood. Our primary goal is to preserve the peace between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. The worship of the false god Talos contributed to the unfortunate friction that led to the Great War. Following the Great War, the White Gold Concordat set out the terms for peaceful coexistence between the two powers. The Empire and the Dominion agreed that the worship of Talos was a relic of the past and must be eliminated in the interests of peace. But I'm sure you didn't come here for a lecture on high politics. One of my main... I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor...
What's your position on the Civil War?
As long as the Empire continues to uphold its treaty obligations, my government does not concern itself with the internal politics of Skyrim. Do enjoy yourself.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day.
Okay.
I hope you're enjoying yourself, ma'am.
I don't think you care.
It is not I
Oh, shoot.
that reveal another's true nature. It is the heart.
Having a good time?
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing.
Do you visit the embassy often?
There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can. May wisdom light your path.
Of course, the footsteps of my spider don't count.
It's a necessary part of my job to mix with the upper classes of Skyrim, such as they are.
I don't recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim.
I didn't know you had dealings with the Thalmor.
Have you learned nothing about me? I have dealings with everyone. Now leave me. I don't want to arouse suspicion by talking to someone that clearly doesn't belong here.
Are you here on guild business?
Don't mention the guild. In fact, it's better if you don't speak to me at all. This is not the place. Until next time.
I hope
See
you're
that
enjoying the
disgusting
music, ma'am.
drunk over there? A high-ranking official in the East Empire Company, believe it or not.
That who I spoke
Help
to
yourself
already.
to more wine.
None of these people cares a whit about the religious aspects of this war. Another sign of the degeneracy of your empire.
What brings you to this
There are
party?
those in the empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor. At least Ulfric's men are willing to fight for their principles, barbaric as they may be.
Can there truly be peace between the Thalmor and the
There
Empire?
is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs. But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength.
Bitch!
It is more
I love you!
between storms. And the next storm...
Vinny Rajoli, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. What are your duties here in Skyrim?
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos.
Throw in shade.
Lords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their...
Which one's
ways, and we
Phoenix?
find more heretics every day. But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone.
Major Dad, hello, welcome in.
All right then.
The hospitality of the Thalmor Embassy is at your service.
Alright, is there anyone else to talk to besides this prick?
Elenwen always throws quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it.
You sound like you're quite the businessman.
Not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my
These ones?
wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford.
What brings you to this party?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do
Timer
my
starts
little
now.
part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, serving
What does
girl.
a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
Rayla, sir.
Ah,
Do you need a
pardon me,
drink?
friend.
Something to
I
eat?
didn't see you standing there.
No.
Allow me to introduce myself. Rosalind, imports and exports by trade.
I like
Observer of human nature by avocation.
And believe me, I don't say that to everyone.
What brings you to this
You
party?
must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question
sir.
at one of Elenwen's
Was there
little
anything else I
soirees.
could do for you?
But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business.
Gonna
And
do
if you
like
want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better
I'll just
get
do your
used to
AM one.
negotiating up to the Thalmor.
Do you normally stream in the morning and at night, Major Dad? Here, I brought you a drink.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittle.
I mean, the drinks here are
If
free.
there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
You know.
Your wish is my command. As long as it doesn't involve much physical activity. I seem to be having trouble staying on my feet at the moment.
5,000 steps for... Nice! Well done. Okay, so when I did this last time, I used both him as a distraction and the serving girl, and I got her thrown in prison, and she was the one that I felt so guilty about that I was willing to redo the quest because she kept dying, and the only reason she was down there was because of me. Do I want to not get her in trouble at all? Or do I want to just make sure that I don't free her from the prison until after I kill the frost troll or whatever it was? Let her... I mean, she's not even in prison yet. She gets thrown into jail because I do something dumb. So, I'm wondering if I should even bother. Like, I could just not have her down there. But I'm kind of curious what happens. Like, is there dialogue if I get her to come with me as well? Darth Bane, hello, welcome in, good to see ya. Happy Wednesday, y'all. My character is not evil, as far as I can tell. Means I should probably do it this way.
My friend, a toast to a beautiful friendship.
Yeah, I don't know. I just will leave the poor serving girl be.
My one and truest friend. What do you need?
Oh, you were Phoenix? What'd you think? I need you to cause a scene, get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back.
Yeah, Sammy is a really good streamer.
Handiwork. Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make.
Yes, what do you need? Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Nothing could be more
Let's go,
unlikely than
before
that
anyone
someone
notices us.
want her in their bed. Although most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands off me. I'll be a good boy now. Wouldn't want to offend our Thalmor overlords, would we?
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Hey.
Who comes, Malburn? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Hurry it up.
The Grey
Gotta get back
Quarter
before I
in
missed.
is little better than a
Alright.
It's shameful that the Dark Elves are made to live that way.
Good
Did
luck.
you see those robes
You're on your
marching
own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissaries' treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in... Alinor, I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds. Behold the
Cool.
What was that?
Huh. Guess I never... Did I just not bother to search this place last time? Whatever. I don't really feel like doing this again. Oh, time. New games to play down the road? Oops. Did not mean to take that, but, you know, too late now. Ah!
You are but a dog, and I am your master.
Ah! Ah!
You wish to defeat me? Impossible!
Why aren't... What?
Foolish human! Your time is at its end!
Yeah, fuck off. I mean, I wasn't wearing it when I first stealthed in.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
I'll see you burn! Justice! Behold the fall!
This is what I did last time, by the way.
I'll see you burn! Not like this!
Wait, are they all gone? Is that it? Ah. Fuck is that? Okay. Interesting.
But I need that money. I earned it. I have my own expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume, mister. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed. Someone there?
Is someone there?
Over here! That your best? Huh?
Yeah, fuck off. I remember there being some pretty cool stuff when I searched this place. Wait, what? I had lockpicks last time. I for sure had lockpicks last time. Did I just find lockpicks somewhere? That is extremely annoying. That's disappointing. First, Emissary Ellenwyn. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications is holding back the information we seek. I have authorized intermediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect more will be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I will inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome, as always. I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Rulindil, 3rd Embassy. And the other one was Dossier. Oh. I read these last time. Active, capture or kill, high priority, emissary level approval. Female, Breton, mid-50s, background, Delphine was a high priority target during the First War. For both operational and political reasons, she was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She had been identified and was slated for the initial purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, in one case killing an entire assassination team. Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements, as she has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no move against her should be made without overwhelming force and the most careful preparation. Operational notes: she is believed to still be working actively against us. within Skyrim, although we have no location on her, assumed to be working alone, as no other blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with other fugitive blades for her own security, one of the reasons she has so far evaded elimination. Her continued existence is an affront to us all. Any information on her whereabouts or activities should be immediately forwarded to the third emissary. Asset. This is the dude in charge of the resistance or whatever. Fright, hello, how are you? Jarl of Windhelm, leader of Stormcloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. Background: Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned his potential value, son of the Jarl of Windhelm. And he was assigned as an asset to the interrogator, who is now first emissary Elenwen. He was made to believe information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City. These are dossiers that I've been tasked to pick up. This one is on the guy who's in charge of the rebellion or whatever. Apparently he's working with the Thalmor. The city had in fact fallen before he had broken, and then allowed to escape. After the war, contact was established, and he has proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Markarth incident was particularly valuable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim, although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Super nice! Operational notes: direct contact remains a possibility under extreme circumstances, but in general, the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the civil war proceeds in its current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands off. The incident at Helgen is an example where an exception had to be made. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory and thus harmed our overall position in Skyrim. Note: the coincidental intervention of the dragon at Helgen is still under scrutiny. The obvious conclusion is that whoever is behind the dragons also has an interest in the continuation of the war, but we should not assume, therefore, that their goals align with our own. A Stormcloak victory is also to be avoided, however, so even indirect aid to the Stormcloaks must be carefully managed. I thought I found something back here last time. Here's the thing that I found. Wait, did he not have the key? Those just look like alcohol. That's a cobweb. Okay. Don't care. Too heavy. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could solve that war just that easily. Wait, what? Yo, can you... Troll skull, right? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Yeah, if we could just show that dossier to Ulfric and fix the war, that would just be... Oh, I don't remember picking that up last time. Capture only. Highest priority emissary, level approval male, Nord late. Esbern was one of the Blade's lore masters prior to the First War against the Empire. He was not a field agent, but is now believed to have been behind some of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades during the pre-war years, including the Falanesti incident and the breach of the Blue River prison. His file had remained dormant for many years, an inexcusable error on the part of my predecessor, who has been recalled to Alinor for punishment and re-education, in the erroneous belief that he was unlikely to pose a threat due to his advanced age and lack of field experience. A salutary reminder to all operational levels that no Blades agents should be considered low priority for any reason. All are to be found and justice exacted upon them. Operational notes: as we are still in the dark as to the cause and meaning of the return of the dragons, I have made capturing Esbern our top priority. as he is known to be one of the experts in the dragon lore of the Blades. Regrettably, we have yet to match their expertise on the subject of dragons, which was derived from their Akaviri origins and is still far superior to our own, which remains largely theoretical. The archives of Cloud Ruler Temple, which is believed to have been the primary repository of the oldest Blades lore, were largely destroyed during the siege, and although great effort has been made to reconstruct what was lost, it now appears that most of the records related to dragons were either removed or destroyed prior to our attack. Thus, Esbern remains our best opportunity to learn how and why the dragons have returned. It cannot be ruled out that the Blades themselves are somehow connected to the dragon's return. We have recently obtained solid information that Esbern is still alive and hiding somewhere in Riften. Interrogation of a possible eyewitness is ongoing. We must proceed carefully to avoid Esbern becoming alerted to his danger. If he is indeed in Riften, he must not be given an opportunity to flee.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
Is someone
You're
there?
dead.
Do your worst.
You wish to
I'll see
defeat
you
me?
burn.
Impossible.
See, I would have handled this differently if I'd realized a couple different things. He died already? What? How? 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 He was one of the people I was trying to save, but apparently it is not meant to be. He died before he even came downstairs. What a freaking noob. I do plan on freeing you, sir. Okay, stop, please. Please dissipate. Go away. You are not. There we go. Okay. Here's what we're going to try and do. I can't go down there because then I can't get back up. This is gonna take a while. Quickly, before he regains too much health. God, trolls regenerate so quickly. Oh, thank God.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'm not here to torture you.
What? Who? What do you want then?
No time to explain. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hey, haven't I seen you around the flagon? I never expected to see another guild brother down here. They grabbed me in the rat way. The nerve of these bastards. They need to be taught a lesson.
Sounds good, I'll follow
Whatever
you.
want. But let's go, now.
Ah. Am I missing anything else? Don't think so. Honestly, I feel like the fact that Malcolm died as quickly as he did is not my fault.
You didn't have to help me, so thanks. You didn't have to help me, so thanks.
Is this quest not selected? That's why. My stuff's all the way back in Riverwood.
Let's move faster. The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
I missed you.
You're nothing but trouble. Sigrid, love of my life. When you get a spare moment, I could use some water.
Don't you sweet talk me, Al.
Alright. Can I have my stuff back,
Made it
please?
out alive, at least.
Did
You're
you
here
expect
safe
me
in
not
my
to?
room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
The Thalmor know nothing about the dragons.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure they're looking for someone named Esbern.
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What would the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
The Thalmor think the Blades know about... Thalmor think the Blades know about the dragons.
Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means. What is it?
Nothing. Oh. What's that noise?
Do you need something?
Nope. Alright. Guys, we did it. We did it without innocent blood being spilled. Alright. I think that Riften is far enough that last time I didn't bother walking. So I'm probably still not gonna walk this, even though I should be trying to find dragons. Well, I don't know. I want to learn the shouts.
It's so bright out here. I don't know how you stand it.
I think Malcolm knew what he was getting into. It's one thing to get just some innocent maid killed after putting her in harm's way from someone who was sexually harassing them. And it's another thing to allow my partner on the mission to die when he can't even take care of himself.
Where'd you come from?
I want to learn that spell. Oh no! Did not hit. Where are you running to? Ah. Yeah, you think going down there's gonna protect you. Thank you for being target practice to help me level up my destruction skills. Yeah, just don't move. Stay right there. I can buy enchant items that reduce the cost of my destruction spells. It reduces the amount of charge from staffs too. Even without exploits, you can make a set of equipment that reduces cost by 100% in total and spam my spells willy-nilly. I mean, I've been saving stuff to work on enchantment eventually, so that I can do stuff like that. By 100% though, that seems wild. Casting staffs is better, faster than casting normally? Interesting. I want to learn that one. Oh, that's a crab. I want to learn that chain lightning spell. It's so badass. I feel like I'm hearing wolves, but I don't see any red dots, so where are the wolves? Oh, there they are. All right. Is that a dragon?
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
What was all that fire? Is that a glitch? Without exploits or potions, the base maximum reduction per item is 25%, but you can headgear, armor, rings, necklaces for a total. Are you able to do it to armor that already has enchantments?
Who's there?
You can only enchant unenchanted items. So that means that I wouldn't be able to use my archmage robes. Let's go see this ritual stone. Just so that I can discover it.
Never should have come here.
Where'd you come from?
Oh no, if she dies up there, she's gonna fall.
What have you got?
Ah, perfect. That's it? Once a day, those under the sign of the ritual can reanimate corpses nearby to fight them. You can only use... cancel. Okay, well, regardless, I now have this on my map. Vinny, hello! There is something kind of relaxing about the Skyrim ambience. I know exactly what you mean. Foxy, hello. I want a pet fox. It is my first playthrough, yes. I did spend over 100 hours just doing side quests before starting the main quest, though. So I've done barely any of the main quest stuff. You don't remember a thing? Well, then we're on the same page. Look at that. Is this a fellow keep or whatever? No, I don't think so. This is a new thing. Hello, new thing. Altham Towers. Well, I just wanted to discover it, honestly. Put it on the map and then move on. I have enough.
Where'd you come from?
Right, and then oh. Well, I guess even though I didn't try to start this fight, it's been... Oh, there's a trap that was just done. Oh, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, shit. Well, when you first played, you didn't know English, so you spent most of your time trying to figure out what to do, then actually, yeah, I mean, that's how I spent the first several hours of this playthrough. I did not know how to play this game. At all. This game is quite confusing. It is not user-friendly in the slightest. Okay. I still want to get this place on my map, because I'm sure that I'm going to have to come back.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
But I'm gonna go the other way, rather than risk fighting everyone. Yeah, it's not even a little bit user-friendly. It is so confusing. So, don't worry, you are not alone. I'm new to gaming, so when I started this game, I was just so... But they found me so soon this time!
Who's there?
I'm gonna do this from back here. It's not on my map yet, so... I'll just let you guys handle it. You guys started it after all. Yeah, he was pushed off the walkway. Again, I would like to make it clear that I tried to walk away. They started this. And I'm probably going to have to come back because if you leave a dungeon alone long enough, eventually it resets. Of course, I did very little for this fight, so I'm not exactly in a place to complain. Oh, I should probably save. Right, I saved there. Just gonna try and do what I did last time, which is go this way. You see on the slider bar at the top of the screen where that arrow is? That's where my quest destination is, so I'm loosely going. I could fast travel, but I'm trying to see if there's dragons or in this area because I want to collect shouts. I don't think I've been into this area before. It's very pretty. Dragons, where are you? I want your souls.
Where'd you come from? Teamwork right there.
As instructed, you are to eliminate Ted by any means necessary. The black sacrament has been performed. Somebody wants this poor fool dead. I've already received payment for the contract. Failure is not an option. Astrid. I mean, I could fast travel, but if I fast travel, then I won't be able to make sure that I'm like I want dragon souls. If I fast travel, I might miss dragon souls. That's definitely something up there. Yeah, they definitely did fail. That's also not the first assassin that's failed. I'd like to know who keeps sending assassins after me, even before I started, like, doing the main quest. Before I was even Dragonborn, assassins were being sent after me, like, all the time. I said that I was going to join all of the guilds before I did the main quest, and then I realized that waiting that long was actually making my playthrough worse. Because I wasn't able to use shouts, which was making certain things more difficult. I am about to pass. Wait, am I actually spotted? This is definitely a bandit camp of some sort. Please be added to my map. Maybe they weren't all assassins, maybe some were fans or the paparazzi. Then why did they attack me? I feel like that person definitely sees me. Okay, I am basically on top of this place. Why are you not being added to my map? Oh. Thank you. Let's move along now. Night, Axan. Thank you for hanging out. Lovely to have you here. Alright, am I far enough away Why not?
Where'd you come from? That'll teach you.
I see a person. Are you a guard or a bandit? I think that's a guard. Oh, maybe it's just a random person.
I want to be on the right side.
It's a farmer. So foggy. So I have discovered this place. Ah! 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 I am so brave and fearsome. That one might be an actual one. Have you guys ever noticed that in video games a waterfall is almost never a waterfall? Is there a mod that will allow me to attack from a horse? 'Cause that might actually make me use mods. I just think it's so dumb that I'm not able to use my spells, or bow and arrow I would assume, from the back of my horse. Was it just a waterfall? Because in video games, a waterfall is rarely just a waterfall. There's usually something behind the waterfall. Cataracts? What does cataracts have to do with the waterfall? Isn't that like the thing that's in your eye? Did it drop? Okay.